Hello to all my story lovers. Welcome back in Story Time channel. Today's our story name is Lying, a part of human nature. This is story taken from the Tales of Tenali Raman book, and this is the story of Tenali Raman. Now let's go to the story. One day King Krishnadevaraya was taking a stroll in his royal garden with Tenali Raman. They were discussing about human nature. During the discussion, Tenali Raman said, "Sir, people like lying so much that they lie even without a reason. How can you talk like that? I don't believe it. I know people lie, but with a good motive. They don't lie as you say," said Krishnadevaraya. "Your Majesty, I know that people love to lie, and in the world there is not a single person who never has lied in his or her life," Tenali Raman said. "Tenali Raman, how can you generalize with everyone? I I have been a king for many years and I have still never lied. I can also say with a confidence that I will never lie," Krishnadevaraya denied. "I can say, sir, you also do easily lie," Tenali Raman disagreed. "Raman, you are going to extremes. I challenge you to prove your point," Krishnadevaraya said. "Sure, my lord. Give me 2 months' time and I need 1,000 gold coin to prove my point," said Tenali Raman and accepted the challenge. A few weeks passed by. The king forgot about their conversation in his busy life. Many more things happened after that. The people of Vijayanagar went on with their routine work. One day a great saint came to the city. He came from the Himalayas with a god Shiva boon. He was handsome and had a very impressive personality. He performed many miracles. He caught the attention of the people and they began to believe in him. He never asked for anything. He did not accept any presents or money from anybody. His unselfish attitude highly impressed the people. He repeatedly said that if the people had faith in him, he would give them God's darshan. Groups of people requested the saint that they were very eager to see God. The saint agreed to their request. He selected the house of devotee and rearranged them into 2 rooms, one into a big hall and another into a spacious room. He stayed there for 24 hours and prayed non-stop with his disciples. Thus he said that he had purified the place. The next morning he announced, "Oh my dears, I have prayed for all of you and Lord Shiva himself appeared before me and gave me the boon. As per his boon, he again appeared before me last night while I was praying in the room. You know that everyone who wishes to see God can't always see him. God only blesses the person who has total devotion in him. There is no value of wealth or status in the eyes of God. I am reminding you about this once again. Go inside, all of you, but one by one, and you will see that Almighty God yourself. Keep this firmly in your mind that only the person who have not seen in this life will see him. Otherwise, you will see only your reflection. Soon the Supreme God will give you darshan in the form of divine light," said the saint. After hearing the saint's words, many people left the place. They admitted that they had sinned in some way at one time or the other, but few remained and they went inside one by one. Some came out full of joy and some full of sadness and with regrets. This went on for few days. This news reached the royal court. The king sent his trusted courtiers to look into the matter. The saint's look, talk, and his faultless behavior created a deep impression in the courtiers' minds too. The courtiers went inside and came out happily. They reported to the king that the saint was honest and virtuous, and what he claimed was correct. If you have not seen, you could see the divine light. They claim that they were pure enough to see the divine light, and they elaborately describe it. The king with his queen and his ministers went in the room. First, the minister went inside and came out and described the divine light with confidence. They said they were speaking only the truth and nothing but the truth. Then the queen went inside and saw her own reflection. She was shocked. She could not accept that she was a sinner. She did not dare to say anything to the king. She was very much afraid of the king's displeasure, so she came out very slowly in a daze and without uttering word sat her seat. Now it was Tenali Raman's turn. He refused to go inside. Everyone laughed at his cowardliness. Now the king himself went inside. He also saw his own reflection. He was dismayed. He tried to see it again, but alas, he could only see his own reflection, and this shattered his confidence. He remembered his courtier's description of the divine light. He stayed in the room for some time and looked around, but he could not see the divine light. This was very humiliating for the king. He decided to tell a lie. With a joyous face, he came out and described what a great experience he had. Tenali Raman came near the king and asked him in a whisper, "Your Majesty, did you really see the divine light?" "Yes, yes, Tenali. You don't have to feel scared to go inside. As a true devotee like me, you will get the darshan," replied Krishna Dev Raya. Tenali Raman asked again, "My lord, did you really see God?" Krishnadev Raya said, "Yes, Tenali Raman, I really saw him. I am happy you really saw the God in form of the divine light," said in Tenali Raman a humorous voice and a twinkle in his eyes. Now King Krishnadev Raya could not hide the truth. He confessed that he had seen only his reflection. He said that he was a sinner and he was very sad that he could not see God. Tenali Raman began to laugh and he called the saint. The king, the saint and Tenali Raman went inside the special room. Tenali Raman took off the makeup of the saint. The king recognized Sant immediately. The disguised saint was none other than his own chief of the bodyguards. The handsome man had taken 2 months' leave of absence on grounds of illness. The king was more shocked to see the gadgets behind the mirror which gave the instant so-called divine light. Tenali Raman explained that some people saw this light, so they spread its tale far and wide, and with great confidence. The purpose of all this was to prove his point that people love to lie, and they also remind the king of his challenge. The king sportingly and laughingly accepted Tenali Raman's point. He said, "Oh, witty Tenali Raman, I agree that you are right. People love to lie and they do it too easily. Even I, as the king, am not above lying if the circumstances demand so." The trio came out laughing and joyous, and everyone thought that they had some strange experience inside the room. Now, this is the end of the story. Do you like it? Then comment in the box. Please subscribe my channel. Bye bye.